Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel again. Today, let's explore together the new function of Colab, which allows you to analyze any dataset with several simple clicks and prompts. So basically now if you open the Colab, you start a new notebook, you are going to see here is a button called Analyze Files with Gemini. Once you click it, you are going to see there is a prompt window to allow you to choose the local files, and also if you close the window you can just upload any files in this interface on the right hand side. Let's try to upload one dataset. I'm choosing this Seoul Bike Sharing Demand prediction dataset, and let's see how Colab and the Gemini model can work on it. Okay, now let's upload, and we can do a simple prompt or comprehensive prompt. So in order to let you know a general range of the capability, I'm going to first of all just send the dataset without saying nothing, and the Gemini is going to ask me additional questions to facilitate further analysis. So as you can see here, it says happy to help. Here are some task breakdown. As you can see, it can do data loading, exploration, visualization, analysis, and then finish the task. I would say please add additional machine learning models to perform tasks like classification, regression, etc. and compare the models in different task groups. Okay, so I'm adding additional task to Colab. Let's see how it goes. So basically, my assumption is that it actually works with Gemini model. First of all, it has a reasoning step to actually break down the task, ask a user to provide a further input, reorganize the tasks to be executed in the next stage. There could be an agentic workflow behind, because for each single task, I think it will just analyze the current stage, the context window, and to call the tool to write the code and to execute the code. Let's now execute the plan. Okay, basically before you start, it will prompt you to some messages, and you click continue. It will start to execute the plan. Okay, so now you are going to see this tracking of your tasks just planned out. You are going to see on the left hand side, the Gemini model is going to write the code and put in your notebook. And as you can see now, there is an error, so it will go to a reasoning step and change the code and do it again. Usually, I'm going to say that for more complex data sets, it is probable that you are going to see several rounds of error in each step, like the data loading, exploration, and so on. It could happen. But the good thing about Gemini model is that it will go to the reasoning step and figure out what's wrong with the current step. Now it's about data preparation. And you can see the latency level is very low, so the speed is very ideal for you to quickly explore any data set. Now we are in the step of separating the data to training, validation, and testing. Everything looks okay. But of course, because here there are some fixed ratio, like how many percent to the training, how many percent to the testing and validation. There are two ways that you can change these parameters. You can change directly here in your code, or you change it in the previous prompt. Okay, a good thing about this data science workflow is that for each step, it will also write you the description of the subtask and some reasoning steps and so on. And now we are in the stage of model training and model evaluation. So it looks good. At current stage, we can see that random forest is the most accurate model. For example, if here for some specific task, the metrics like R square and so on are not enough for you to judge if the model is really superior. You need to see the overfitting problem and so on. You should add it to your workflow or just mention it in your previous prompt. Okay, so this step is called the model optimization. I think it's very good because it is basing on the current model training results and try to see if there's ways to tune the hyperparameters and improve the model. But as you can see, there are several steps like model training. Here on the right hand side, it actually skipped. So basically, the model actually determined that there was no need for additional training. So as you can see, there were 3 models trained during the process, and the model just decided that it can stop at here. For a more complex or robust machine learning operation, you can go to the first step to make your prompt more complicated, or just after it runs the first initial uh, data analysis, you just change part of the code with Gemini model or by yourself. So the model optimization part is quite time consuming. As you can see here, whenever you navigate out of the current step, in the lower middle part, you can see here is a status bar. It shows you the model optimization step is working. And if you click on this button here, it is like an eye. You can follow along with the agent. And of course, you can also stop the current step. Okay, now you can see here about the random forest model. It actually checked which could be the best hyperparameter set, and it actually found one. And then it goes to model evaluation again. And you can see now we have one more model here. It's called optimized random forest. Now we can see data visualization, like the actual and the predicted data, the feature importance, especially on the optimized random forest model. Then there is a summary. First of all, there is a Q&A part. It is just a placeholder, and then data analysis and key findings. As you can see, there are some comments about the features, about the variables, about the model, and feature importance. It also mentioned. Then insights for next step. Okay, we can investigate feature interaction, explore alternative models or hyperparameter tuning, or introduce other regression models. Okay, so my prompt is asking it to do classification and regression task, but it decided that the dataset is more suitable to do a regression task. Okay, this is okay. It has some reasoning about this. Then it actually breaks down the steps as we see. The initial steps were quite general and they are on the exploration side. So I asked it to add a classification and a regression task. It updated the plan and executed them. During the process, there may be some errors. It will just iterate on that error, let the agent handle the error and proceed with the process. As you can see, there are some steps potentially could be skipped because either the model or the agents perceived that the task was completed. Like we can see here, it skipped model training and model evaluation. So there are still some things could go different from your previous design. In general, I think this tool is convenient if you do not have time to explore a certain dataset and let the machine do everything for you. But we still need to pay close attention. For example, if your prompt is too complicated, maybe the workflow cannot handle them in every single detail. And there are some additional issues. If you noticed, you have to go back to change the code or improve the code. I see some data exploration and preparation and so on, but I'm not seeing that it is using like the standardization. So there could be additional things that we can improve for the current workflow. In the end, after it concludes everything, please make sure that you check what it has done and check which tasks are skipped and what are the suggestions so you can work in the future tasks. Okay, I think this is about it. I wish you like it. If you find something interesting when you execute the plan in Colab using Gemini model in this automatic data science workflow, please let me know. I wish this video is useful for you. Feel free to leave a comment, share with your friend, subscribe to my channel for more machine learning, data science, and generative AI contents. See you next time. Bye bye.